What you're witnessing inside the cage is two warriors giving it the best shot for glory. To stand up, both amazing fighters representing this beautiful city.
Elbows and no knees allowed.
As you can see, they're wearing shin pads, they should protect themselves, but it's as bad as anything you get. So let's hear it up for the fighters again before the start.
Here we go! Vicky stalking his opponent, Himanshu moving to the side, moving carefully.
Himanshu looks a little flat though.
He does look a little flat, Rajiv. Right now, what he needs to do is hit him with that kick.
They're taking it slow, both the fighters. Both seem to be stand-up fighters.
Vicky's got his head up a little high. He might be in trouble because of that. But Himanshu's moving back, therefore can't generate enough power.
Both the fighters taking it easy. First round, probably trying to preserve the energy for the second and the third round.
Looks like Vicky's a showman, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for him.
Yeah, let's give it up for Vicky, the showman. All right.
Grabs a clinch. And here he is, he grabs a clinch. He tries to take him down, puts him up against the cage. Himanshu needs to get away from this position right now, otherwise Vicky's going to take him down. He's got him up against the cage. Both fighters, this is essentially a war of attrition.
That's exactly that, Andrew. Well put. Himanshu's got his neck. Oh, he
looks like Himanshu's got his neck. But Vicky takes top control. He looks like he's in a bit of trouble. He might be in a guillotine. Oh, he looks like he might be in a guillotine, ladies and gentlemen. His neck is getting cracked. But he manages to reverse the position and get up on top.
He also tried to land a few punches on his face, which was not very powerful, but the fighters are scrambling right now, if I may say that, Andrew.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Rajiv. This is essentially known as a scramble, where both fighters don't have a position to hold.
They're just trying to grab each other's necks, trying to choke each other out. Vicky trying to land a few punches to the body, but from there, it's very difficult to generate a lot of power to actually hurt the opponent.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, it's a little bit better because he can pull his hand back and smash him to the body.
Absolutely.
Here, Vicky's trying to pass him out.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his knee on his opponent's belly and essentially sit on his stomach.
But I think the first thing he needs to do is try to get his head out, try to generate more power. Yeah.
You're correct, Rajiv. He needs to get his head out of that position because anytime he tries to look up, that arm is always going to put him down. Maybe a few punches to the body, maybe loosen his opponent up. He's in a safe position right now.
He's in a very safe position right now. What Himanshu needs to do is try and get out of the position and stand up properly or get the top position right now. Especially at the, when they're cornered around the cage like that.
And you know what, Rajiv? I think if you keep holding on to something like this and you don't have a submission, what's going to happen is your arms are going to get tired.
Absolutely.
And you won't be able to punch, you're not going to be able to take people down. This is a bad position for him. He's taking shots to the body.
Himanshu, what he needs to do is let go of his neck and try to, alright, the referee's seen enough.
There's a bit of a stall there and the referee stands them up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On the feet.
Yeah.
Both fighters look tired. Let's go.
Very, very orthodox. Both have their hands down. Not very advisable.
That's the end of the round.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, a slower first round.
Round two, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. They seem to be listening to us, Andrew. The hands were up this time. But again,
they seem to be getting after it at this point. Oh, and Vicky, it's a nice shot. Himanshu throwing leather.
Himanshu looks to be a southpaw, or is he changing his stance?
He seems to be a southpaw at this point, which essentially means that his left hand is his power hand.
But he's handled his right hand really heavy just about 30 seconds ago. Anyway, these guys need to get into action, show us what they've got.
Nice swing by Himanshu, swing and miss. And here's Vicky chasing him down. The problem is he might just get caught with that check hook. Oh, and here he is. There's another shot. There's a brawl, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a street brawl, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's Vicky going for a takedown, but the problem is, as soon as he tried to go for a takedown, Himanshu moved his hips away and sprawled.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is called a sprawl when somebody's trying to take you down. What you do is essentially put your hips down
and put all your weight on your opponent's head.
Absolutely. Himanshu trying to punch the head of Vicky.
What he needs to do right now, here's Rajiv, since he's got head control, he needs to move to his opponent's back.
Absolutely, Andrew. He needs to take
Which he does.
Which he does. Sink his hooks in. Come on. Nice.
Oh, he doesn't have it completely tightened as yet. It's not completely tightened.
I think he's wasting a lot of energy trying to use a lot of strength more than technique.
Right now, he might be put in a bad position, and I think he does. He gets put in his back and needs a shot for his troubles.
Vicky lands a few left hand
punches.
Yeah.
All Himanshu is doing right now is holding on. Right tie his arms out. He's taking a few shots of Vicky.
He's absolutely stacked. This is a bad position for Himanshu.
Here's Vicky on top. He needs another shot, a hammer fist. Himanshu really needs to get out. He's setting up a triangle.
He's trying to set up a triangle, but again, with the pads on, the triangle setup is really, really difficult.
You're right, Rajiv. Because he's got the pads on, it's very difficult to get your feet underneath your kneecap.
I think he needs to shrimp a little more towards his left.
Yep, but he's taking shots though. He needs to control his head right now. He needs to pull his head down, and he needs to get his left foot under his right kneecap.
Absolutely. He's sinking it in better. He's getting there. But I think he needs to control his foot because Vicky is out. Again, he's back in.
He's back in. Vicky needs to get out of this position right now because this is terrible for him. He keeps landing a few short shots here and there.
But again,
another shot. Himanshu is controlling his opponent right now. But Vicky is in a much better position. He's not being choked.
Vicky is doing what is right. At the moment, he's trying to stack the opponent.
Oh, this is a bad reversal. Oh, he's taking shots. He's taking unanswered blows. That's the end of the round.
End of round 2. The referee
reprimanding
Himanshu for not stopping after the final bell. Okay, he's penalized, Himanshu.
The referee takes a point away from the fighter for not listening to his commands.
Beautiful, thank you.
Vicky with an uppercut slams into the cage.
Vicky has always been an aggressive fighter, clenching his teeth when he was trying to attack.
This is one of the toughest positions in mixed martial arts, ladies and gentlemen, cage fighting. It's incredibly taxing. Here both fighters exchanging punches. Vicky might have his opponent's back. This is a very advantageous position for him.
But I think Himanshu needs to let go of that schoolyard headlock again. That's a mistake most of the martial artists make in India.
Absolutely, Rajiv. It's a very common error that most fighters make.
Nice.
It's an excellent head and arm toss. The problem is exactly, this is the problem.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you try to do a schoolyard headlock.
Oh, but he takes Vicky's back. And this is a real war of attrition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he's trying a bulldog choke on him.
Alright guys,
oh, he's almost got it.
The fighters.
Oh, he's almost got it. I think he might have it under the net, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, but Vicky escapes. This is a tough third round. Both fighters exhausted.
Both fighters giving it the best. Himanshu trying to run away. I don't know.
And here Vicky might be going for a guillotine where his arm is essentially, he's punching him in the body right now.
He's choosing to go for the body shots. But I think at this point, the hands are so tired, it'll be difficult for him to cause any damage. I think he should just swing his legs open and go for the guillotine.
I agree, Rajiv, because at this point, he should give all his energy there. It's halfway down the third round, we're almost at the end of the fight. He needs to finish it right now.
That head is out again.
Himanshu is in a bit of trouble. He's getting jammed up against the fence. This is horrible. He tries to move out, but no. Vicky keeps him there. This is incredibly tiring.
Looks like a scramble again. Both the fighters very, very tired. Again, he's taking the back.
It is a very, very tiring fight now, Rajiv. Here he puts his hooks in. This is a dominant position because as soon as he gets this in, he can start stretch his opponent out and start punching him in the head.
I think what he needs to do now is also sink his left foot in and get the hook.
He's almost got it in.
Again, it's a headlock.
It's still a headlock. I think it's a bit of a stalling position here at this point for both these guys. They're both tired.
They're very, very tired. They're
both
trying to buy some time.
very, very tired.
Where do you think the bout is going so far, Andrew?
I honestly can't say, Rajiv. It's been a very, very close fight. And Himanshu did get point taken away from him.
Yeah.
He's on top right now, but I don't know how much damage he's doing. He needs to get up and start laying down some punches. That's the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hear it up for the fighters, ladies and gentlemen, for putting up a great show for you people. Well done, Vicky. Well done, Himanshu. Amazing fight. For the judges to decide either way.
Exactly, Rajiv. And the winner